After more than 100 years of farming on the Palouse, soil scientists say the dirt is tired and wearing out. At current rates of soil destruction, decarbonization, erosion, chemical pollution, within 50 years we will have diminished nutrition and loss of important trace minerals, and no longer have enough usable topsoil to feed ourselves. Eric Hasselstrom.
Well, as a farmer, you're always looking. You only got so many years in your life to grow crops, and you're always wanting to do better and better for the soil and the environment. And I went to a lot of meetings back east, the high yield winners, and saw they were using molasses and stimulants along with their fertilizers. And I started playing with different sugars and putting it in row, and then I started looking into the other prebiotics, stimulants, and I even looked into compost teas, which are living organisms, which are hard to do, and came down to a company that was 40 years in business and worked really well in the biostimulants. I've been looking into the bioactive to sink carbon.
Seeking carbon in all forms to build soil. That led Hasselstrom to Gary Lewis and a company called NC Quest. They're researching carbon in tractor exhaust and a thing called carbon dots.
There's a lot of new scientific papers that have just been published in the last few years about carbon dots. And carbon dots are produced when the piston fires. It's a nanocarbon, atom sizes of carbon, that does many things of controlling diseases in plants, speeding up enzymes in plants. The newest discovery about it is it actually helps plants photosynthesize more using a broader light spectrum, ultraviolet light and near infrared light. So if we can cause plants to use more of the sunlight, they'll make more sugar by drawing in more CO2 from the atmosphere and putting more sugar, carbon exudates and roots into the soil to sequester carbon and help feed the world without using fossil fuel energy.
And I've been cutting my fertilizer rates, synthetic fertilizer rates, and using biostimulants for the last 4 or 5 years. And I'm getting as good a yield, if not better, especially in stress times. I get better yields than my neighbors do because I got less salty fertilizer in the ground. And all that this salty fertilizer is doing is pushing back your biology. It's keeping it all suppressed is what it's doing. So I thought this was the next step, is to use the emissions of the biology to sink it in the ground with the biostimulants and have a complete system.
And that complete system is rebuilding the soils on Hasselstrom's farm in just 4 years.
Now have purchased a system. It's a full system, sprayer, tractor, and residue management on a heavy harrow, and look to be away from synthetic fertilizers in the next 2-3 years.
Cutting input costs and rebuilding soil. Regenerative farming in 21. For the Voice of Idaho Agriculture, I'm Jake Putnam.